Hello everybody, this is Zoe from No Safer Place, and today I am here with a new style of video that I haven't done before. I have really got back into reading in the past few weeks. I mean, for the first half of the year, I think I read about 30 books, and then in the last 2 weeks alone, I've read 10. So I'm obviously on some kind of spree at the moment and really enjoying it. So I went onto Amazon and thought I would treat myself to a few new books because honestly, I haven't really bought any books in the past few months or so. Obviously, I get sent quite a few, but because of financial situations and not really reading any books anyway, I just haven't managed to buy any. So I had a long list of books that I was wanting to read. So I went onto Amazon, had a little bit of a browse. I put some books into my basket, and then I went on to the lowest price books and tried to see what I could kind of get for my money. I didn't have an amount or anything at the time, but as I started putting more books in, I was like, maybe I could make this into a video. So I got 8 books and it came to £18.59. So for my £20 challenge, which I decided it would be called that when I got the books, I managed to get 8 books with £1.41 to spare, which is mind-blowing. I will admit I did get to the point where I started actively trying to find cheap books that I would like, so some of them I kind of wish I hadn't got. But let's get on with the video. Okay, so the first one is No One Is Too Small to Make a Difference by Greta Thunberg. This one was £2.96. I didn't know it was going to be this tiny, but it is very cute. So this was in the popular non-fiction section, so I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. I didn't really know anything about it. This book is about 70 pages long. I absolutely blitzed through it, but I have to say it wasn't my kind of thing at all. It's a collection of speeches by a 16-year-old girl called Greta, who goes around fighting for change in the world, talking about global warming, sustainability. It was very interesting and she is very inspiring, especially what she is achieving at her age, but it just wasn't my kind of thing. This is pretty much the only one that I've finished so far because these came yesterday. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with this. But as I say, £2.96. The next one was an author that I recently found who I have absolutely fallen in love with. I read The Apocalypse of Elena Mendoza by Sean David Hutchinson. Couldn't have loved it anymore. So I had a look at his older books and came across this one. This is The Death Day Letter by Sean David Hutchinson. And this one was £5.10. So this was the most expensive one that I bought out of the 8. I've read this much so far and I am utterly obsessed. I will say this book came out in 2010. Adam Silvera's book, They Both Die at the End, came out in 2017. And I feel like Adam Silvera has basically just copied this book and made it LGBTQ+ friendly, which is a little bit crappy of him because I adored They Both Die at the End and I'm absolutely loving this one so far. It is basically about a guy that wakes up one day and he has a letter telling him that he is going to die within the next 24 hours, and it is about his last day, how he chooses to spend it. And from what I've read so far, he's spending it with his best friends, doing as many outlandish things as he possibly can. So yeah, absolutely loving this, as I say, and this one was £5.10. The next one is one that I have been wanting to buy for so long, and I went onto Amazon and the price just blew my mind and I bought it instantly. It is All the Lonely People by David Owen. If you know me, you will know that The Fallen Children by David Owen was literally one of my favourite books ever. I absolutely adored him. I feel like if you watch my reviews last year and the year before, all I did was talk continuously about The Fallen Children. So this is his next novel. I didn't know that I was in the acknowledgements of this book and it made me a little bit tearful when I got my copy. I will read a bit of the blurb of this one because obviously I've not started it yet, so I don't want to tell you the wrong information. Everyone tells Kat that her online personality, confident, funny, opinionated, isn't her true self. Kat knows otherwise. The internet is her only way to cope with a bad day. Chat with friends who get all her references, make someone laugh. But when she becomes the target of an alt-right trolling campaign, she feels like she has no option but to escape, delete, disappear. I am so excited for this, and let me tell you guys, if you like young adult books, David Owen is fantastic, and at the moment this book is just £2 on Amazon. That is right, this book cost me £2. The next book we have is I Am by Maggie O'Farrell. Now again, this is a non-fiction book. I don't know why, but around this time of year, I always seem to branch out and see if I can read some non-fiction books. I'm not a huge fan of non-fiction, but when I find books that I like, I adore them. So when I read the synopsis of this, my mind was blown. A memoir with a difference. I Am is novelist Maggie O'Farrell's unforgettable account of a life in near-death experiences. A childhood illness she was not expected to survive, a terrifying encounter on a remote path, a mismanaged labour in an understaffed hospital. Insightful, inspirational, intelligent. It is a story you finish newly conscious of life's fragility, determined to make every heartbeat count. I really cannot wait to dive into this. It sounds like something I will definitely enjoy. I think after I finish Death Day Letter and All the Lonely People, this will be my next read because it sounds fantastic. And can we just establish that this book was just £2? Okay, the next book is The Keeper of Lost Things by Ruth Hogan. I have heard so many good things about this book. I feel like I am very, very late to this party, that everyone's already read it. I know that most of my friends have read it, but one, I don't know a single thing about it, and two, I'm pretty sure it's adult fiction, which I don't tend to read until I know that I love an author, like James Patterson or Carrie Hope Fletcher. But for the price, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see if it is worth the hype. Anthony Perdue has spent half his life collecting lost objects, trying to atone for a promise broken many years before. Realising he is running out of time, he leaves his house and all its lost treasures to his assistant Laura, the one person he can trust to reunite the thousands of objects with their rightful owners. But the final wishes of the Keeper of Lost Things have unforeseen repercussions which trigger a most serendipitous series of encounters. Well, that sounds absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? I haven't even read the blurb or anything before. That is literally the first time on camera, and that sounds really good. The font is a little bit small, which if you have been watching me for a while, you will know I struggle with small font, but I'm definitely going to give this a go. This sounds really good. And you guessed it, guys, this book was just £2. The next book is Don't Wake Up by Liz Lawler. I don't really review them that much on my channel, but I am a huge fan of adult crime and thriller. As I say, apart from YA, James Patterson is literally my favourite author. I think he's absolutely amazing. And I also love Chris Carter, and I got these kind of vibes when I was looking at this book. So I thought I would give it a go. I haven't got into a new adult crime / thriller writer for a really long time, so I thought it was time to branch out. Alex Taylor wakes up tied to an operating table. The man who stands over her isn't a doctor. The choice he forces her to make is utterly unspeakable. But when Alex reawakens, she's unharmed, and no one believes her horrifying story. Ostracised by her colleagues, her family, and her partner, she begins to wonder if she really is losing her mind. And then she meets the next victim. Holy crap, that just sounds amazing, doesn't it? And again, I've seen so many good things about this book, so I wanted to give it a go. And guys, you guessed it, it was £2. Okay, the next one is an author that I've liked for a really, really long time. I discovered her through the Isabella Book Club, but I wouldn't really say her books are YA. I feel like they're more chick lit or women's fiction, whatever you want to call it. And it is If You Could Go Anywhere by Paige Toon. I absolutely adore Paige Toon. I've read a few of her books, but I haven't read this one. So when I saw that it was on sale on Amazon, I had to pick it up. Angie has always wanted to travel, but at 27 she has barely stepped outside the small mining town where she was born. Instead, she discovers the world through stories told to her by passing travellers, dreaming that one day she'll see it all for herself. When her grandmother passes away, leaving Angie with no remaining family, she is ready to start her own adventures. Then she finds a letter revealing the address of the father she never knew, and realises instantly where her journey must begin. Italy. As Angie sets out to find the truth about her family, her past, and who she really is, will mysterious and reckless Italian Alessandro help guide the way? This sounds like the perfect summer read. I feel like if you're going to the beach or just somewhere nice on a holiday, this is the kind of book to take. Paige Toon and Louise Pentland and Giovanna Fletcher are 3 authors that are just must-read beach reads. Just easy to read, really enjoyable, and I feel like this is going to be one of them. And guess what? It was £2. And the last book out of the 8 books is an author that I really liked when I was younger. I can't remember what the books were called, but they were like vampire-esque books. If you remember what they're called, please let me know. They had really pretty covers, and I feel like there was like necks and pearls on them. I mean, I could just be imagining this, but I'm certain this is that author. But this one is called Beach Lane by Melissa Dela Cruz. I have absolutely zero idea what this is about. I just knew that I liked the author when I was younger. I'm not sure if I do now because I was pretty young when I read those books. And this was the cheapest book by a mile. I'm not going to say how much it was, I'm just going to read you the blurb first. Meet the new au pairs for one of New York's wealthiest families, Eliza Thompson, Mara Walters and Jackie Velasco. New York's former it girl needs a way back into the social scene after her family's financial collapse. But can she hide her new job from her old friends? Mara is trying to escape another boring summer in her one-horse Massachusetts town. Luckily, the kid's older brother Ryan is anything but boring, and Jackie is hoping to find a certain boy, one who said he would call but never did. He might be closer than she thinks. As the 3 girls living at One Beach Lane will soon find out, balancing their new jobs, their new romances, and the Hamptons social scene is no easy feat. But if they can stick it out and stick together, they might just have the summer of their lives. So this does sound a little bit cliche now that I've read the synopsis, but I do think I will read this. I really like the feel of it. American books are so much better than English ones. Like, I love that they're so floppy. But yeah, I am quite excited to read this again. I think I'm going to read this summer because it feels like a real summer vibe. I can't imagine reading this when it's like freezing cold. But this book, guys, was not £2. If you're good at math, you will already know what this book cost. It cost 53p. Not secondhand, brand new 53p. I will say that about all these books. None of them are secondhand. All of them are brand new from Amazon, and all 8 cost £18.59. How amazing is that? So that was all of the books that I got. If you want to see a video where I review every single one of them and talk a little bit more about them, please let me know because I will read them over the next few weeks and then put this video up a lot quicker if that's what you guys want. I think for £18, all of those books are incredible. I know that there's a lot of controversy over buying books on Amazon because you're not supporting the author as much, and I do get that, but if you are strapped for cash or you don't live near a library, it's such an easy way to get books. And I'm not going to judge someone from where they buy their books. I don't care if you buy it from a charity shop, from Amazon, from Waterstones. We're all book lovers here. So will you be buying any of these books from Amazon? As I say, I bought these about a week ago now and they just came yesterday, so the prices may have changed. But if you buy any of them, please let me know. And if you have any more bargains on Amazon, also let me know because I am looking for new reads at the moment, especially as I'm reading so much. If you have any non-fiction recommendations, also let me know because loving it at the moment. The last one I read that I loved was The Hormone Diaries by Hannah Witten. Would highly recommend. So if you'd like to see me do any other challenges, £5, £10, £20 or charity shop ones, just let me know because I adored this challenge and would love to do more. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that usual good stuff. Also, if you like this video, you can turn the notification bell on to be notified when I upload new videos, which is usually every Tuesday and every Saturday. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you would like to see more of on my channel, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you. Bye.